We're at the Mount Trio Campground over Easter. The plan is that I'm going to go for a park run, and we're possibly going to hike, I don't know, Bluff Knoll, Mount Trio, or one of the other ones, and just hang out over Easter because it is the school holidays. And I'm thinking that just about everybody else in WA has all decided to do exactly the same thing, because it is packed and it is a complete rip-off. How much does it cost?
$23 a person per night.
For an unpowered site. So for us, for 3 days, it cost over $250. And as you can see, it's not exactly the best looking place. There is rocks everywhere, almost pop your tires. There's like portaloos that stink. $250 for 3 nights. That's not cricket. It's not cricket. You may notice that we've got our car back. It took about 2 months before we actually got our car back. So the centre bearing of our tail shaft blew under warranty. 9 hours away from Perth, which meant that we need to get a tow to the closest Ford service centre, a 4-hour drive from where we were in Denham down to Geraldton. And so we had to pay up front. Ford wouldn't pay. So we've been waiting now 3 months for them to compensate us for having to pay that $2,500. And they still haven't. So that's not fun.
What would Riley say?
You foot. Foot.
Morning! Morning! We're up really early today so that Dad can park run. Kale's happy. It's got reception. The beach is nice. There's volleyball courts set up. Before you dive shot.
Okay, maybe you should do my legs because they'll be broken afterwards.
Broken legs.
Yes, broken legs. They've said undulating. Undulating. And the first K is up and the last K would obviously be down, and I don't like either of them.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
That's my dada!
Sorry. Okay. My name, if I'm in the picture, my name's John. You can go, oh, there's John.
Nice, John.
There was more than one big hill. There was lots more than one big hill. That sucked. But I think it beat 20 minutes and I didn't die. The last K is pretty much like that, but it also means the first K. So the first K is up, then it goes like this all the way along until the end, and the end goes the other way. I'm too old for hills.
Right.
Round 1, fight!
Tiger uppercut!
Finish him! Fatality.
You can tell her mum's a Taurus. You know, if I was to believe in astronomy.
I think it's astrology.
Yeah, but I don't. But either way, she's a bull. She's a bully.
And what are you?
Awesome. Can you get any closer?
What did we get to? Oh, isn't it a 70-litre tank?
Yes. Can't get much closer than that. Almost ran out of fuel. That boy's an idiot. So this is a metal sculpture place. So you drive in just at the entrance up there and it's just a small little circle. I just saw it on Google Maps and I thought, yeah, this looks pretty interesting. So whoever's creating them is also selling them. So they're on display for you. You can hop out of your car, have a look, and if you like one, you could probably buy one. How's this guy?
It's tall. This one not so tall.
It's like a volleyball.
hands are all dirty.
Get him.
Scary. You ready? Close your eyes for a second. And then. God!
And his name is John C.
They're idiots.
Let's leave them here.
Bro looks evil. I don't know whether we should have given him any money.
That's my eye level. That's what I think. Photo time.
Cal thinks he's so cool because he's just hit 187 centimeters.
Not so little.
Beautiful, Mama.
We've been at a shop, right?
It's pretty. It's so pretty.
I don't think... have we been here before? I don't know. I just put in Google Maps attractions. Attractions? Ugh, I set them up for that one. I just looked on Google Maps places that are around that we haven't been that look pretty.
Whoa! I threw that forward out there.
Do it again. Whoa.
Where did that land?
I don't know. Okay, so Kale, see if you can jump out there.
And then fly back.
This guy. So there's the
You gotta do it again because my chain. Never mind, I'm good.
That boy's an idiot.
That's joking.
That's your son. Is it good? That's a $28 meat box.
Yeah, well, how much were the kebabs?
That's a $23 kebab.
What? One kebab.
One kebab. Is it good, Cal?
You would definitely sick.
I think you should walk the plank. 61 people living all in here. The people here must have been very short. I don't think they had 6'2" people back then.
I don't think so either. This doesn't seem very designed.
Short people. So this is where the captain slept. And the other people just slept on top of each other in there. So they could eat their food there and slept
I
there.
can almost stand up.
Would you have slept comfortably, Kale?
Probably not. I wake up in the middle of the night and I just lose.
He hit his head.
I hit my head about 10 times. So 61 people at any one time were down there. $12 for a family, and you get an app so that you can find out all the information, so it's like a guided tour.
At the start of the journey proved to be undrinkable.
Very cool. Taylor. You alright, Cal?
Yeah.
Looking pretty out of place with you. Let's go, Cal. Cal's not so short anymore.
Yeah. What away?
He's just hit 187 centimeters. He's got a huge wingspan. Pity he's not very good at volleyball.
Oh, nice, Cal! No, my theory is still that my arms grew first and then we're going to get to the length of my arms, which is 203.
So you're kind of like one of those balloons. If you squeeze one end, then the rest will come out. So maybe we should squeeze your legs. I mean, I guess when you were little, your head grew first because you were kind of like a chub. We were here 2 years ago with Alana and Kaylin and Hadley. We hiked Bluff.
Hadley.
There was no Hadley?
She was pregnant with Hadley.
Oh, she was pregnant with Hadley. Oh, Hadley wasn't even around yet. So we've already hiked Bluff Knoll. Last time we were here, we were on a powered site. It was a lot closer to the toilet block and things like that. Now we're like ages away. There's just so many people and there's only one toilet block. There's just not enough. The place is packed. A line for the showers, only 4 o'clock. And these guys are making an absolute killing. Where's Fergus driving the car? Toolbrunup Peak Walk. It is a class 5. Distance to summit 2Ks, allow 3 to 4 hours return. We start there, we go all the way to the top. Excited?
Maybe.
Originally the decision was to do Bluff Knoll again, but we've already done it. Mount Trio, when we went, there was a the cloud cover, so when we got to the top we couldn't really see anything. So I mean, everybody does Bluff Knoll, and last time there was just heaps of people. When we did Mount Trio there was heaps of people as well. Not as many people know about this one. So already you can see that the pathway isn't as well kept as Bluff Knoll or Mount Trio. So it was 9 o'clock in the morning, there was about 5 or 6 cars here. Not very many people. I'm guessing everybody's doing Bluff Knoll. It is Easter Sunday, so I don't expect many people to be here anyway. Last night about 3:30 in the morning, a bunch of people got up, I'm guessing to do the sunrise at Bluff Knoll. They were partying until about 10:30. And then they got up at 3:30, making as much noise as humanly possible. I guess our $28 per adult for an unpowered site doesn't keep away the riffraff. So rocky.
Everybody on Roadrunner.
Is that how you tell the difference between it?
Yep.
You just ask Cal.
Mm-hmm.
Cal, is this termites or ants?
This one's ants.
And we can tell that because Cal said so.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's because he's Jesus.
Why is he Jesus?
Because he's the Son of God.
I set you up for that one.
Yeah, buddy. Come on, Jesus.
This one ants.
Yeah, I can kind of see why it's grade 5 now. It seems a lot, it's steeper than Mount Bruce with like crazy rocks. Like all of these little rocks. People often wonder why I'm so disappointed in my son. I point out Exhibit A. Pretty sure we're going up there. That looks pretty steep. There are people on Strava who actually try to compete like with each other using these as segments. Like there's a guy, Cam Bostock, who ran down Bluff Knoll in 15 minutes. So I wonder how fast people get up and down this.
I could imagine Tarzanians having a shower here.
We're about 1.5 k's up, and we've just hit the scrambling area where you're scrambling up rocks. You need to use your hands. Most of the rest has just been, I mean, it's been pretty steep, but at least you can walk on it. Billy said that she's had to stop because she's got littler legs, whereas Cal and we can step a lot easier.
They've drilled some of these rocks with like rebar so it doesn't move. The good thing, most of these rocks are too big to move anyway. Like they can't move even if you step on them. I mean, that one's just too good, but
it's a pretty good view.
There's like a lot of spots here to sit down because of the amount of different rocks. Like, there currently is one rock like going straight at my ass.
So I guess it's keeping you in place so that you don't fall. It'll be a lot better to do this in non-holiday season, because I don't know whether you can hear that. But that's all we've been listening to for the last 10 minutes. I'm sure they're having the time of their life. But how's the serenity, bro?
How's the serenity?
I think he also just loved the word.
So much serenity.
Bro. Come to the side of a mountain to look at all of this stuff. And what does he do?
Play games.
Reason number 625 why I'm disappointed with my son.
Because we're on top of a mountain, there's reception.
This is 1,000 meters.
What doesn't it look like? You know when like you see like loot beacons or whatever in games, and it has like a little.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, the main thing I'm thinking about is Ark Survival, where you have like there's like a supply drop, and to show where the supply drop is, there's like a big red line. Can you see that?
I'm enjoying the view. You're just talking about games.
Yeah.
Can't take him anywhere, bro. You made it! Woohoo! So how do you rate this hike?
That's pretty good. Mount Bruce, where we did with Riley, probably my favourite so far. And then this one, top 3. There was nothing like super enjoyable about it, but there was nothing like horrible about it either. Like there was nothing that made it fun, but it just wasn't bad the whole time. Like there was no parts where I'm like, oh, this sucks. It was just
Which hikes did you think this sucks?
probably like Bluff Knoll, or like
What sucked about Bluff Knoll?
stairs, I'd say. No, I mean, like obviously there's steps here because of the rocks, but you can either choose a different path, or it doesn't feel as awkward to just crawl, like on your hands and knees, because it's just a bunch of rocks. Whereas with stairs, if you kind of go on your hands and feet, it just feels a bit weird, especially because of the mud. Yeah, that's another thing that's good about this. There's like no mud, and so it's just all rock, and I feel like that's more fun to walk on than the dirt, especially when it rains. I mean, it could be really slippery when it rains, but I think I find this more fun. I found this more fun.
Just walked past some interesting people, Kale.
Yes.
What happened?
There was two guys. There was one like young boy, probably about 16, probably maybe, yeah, quite tall. And then there was an older guy who was, I don't know about his age, but he was like grey hair, full like unkept beard, unkept hair, and they were barefoot. They had no shoes on, no socks, no like sandals, just complete barefoot walking this track.
Yeah, father and son. Didn't look like they had, like, they couldn't afford shoes. It actually looked like it was a deliberate choice to hike this bare feet. I know that there are some people who like to go bare feet, but
Just straight up nothing on your feet. Like those rocks that are up there, that's gonna cut your feet like crazy. Imagine you slip on one of the rocks and it's a little bit sharp and just slices your foot. That's not fun.
So, 2K's up, 2K's down. So we came at the best time because on the way up there, I think we only stopped over for about 4 people. But on the way back, my God, there was heaps of people. When we came, we were literally the only car that parked there. And we parked there because that was full.
Actually, I didn't see
But
it.
now, they go all the way down there. So if you want to come, I would suggest arriving about 9 o'clock in the morning. That end bit is just the best.